and it's me, Tay, coming at you with another fantastic episode of Losing It with Tay. Itchy. Okay, so last week I talked a lot about I talked a lot about losing the guilt over what I was doing with my life and putting a lot more effort into me. It was all really good information. I loved the direction that last week's video went, but I did forget something, and for some reason you guys are a little tilted. So, and that's because I had to tether you to my charging station over here because, yeah, I spent way too much time this morning on YouTube. So, full shizzle. Hello, my friends. I love watching you all the time. Okay, so there is one thing that I forgot to mention last week that I do want to touch on, and that is losing the guilt over paying more for groceries. Yeah, so this way of eating it's not terribly expensive, guys. Keto is not like, oh my god, I have to spend a crap load of money. Especially since how I'm also intermittent fasting, so I only eat 1 or 2 meals a day, mostly one, because I find myself not really wanting to eat a lot lately. So when you're paying for these higher quality, better ingredients for only 1 meal a day, it's not terribly more expensive. It really isn't. I do get better quality ingredients, though. My meat is nicer. We are switching from slowly from the way we were eating meat to eating grass-fed, organic, high-quality meat. We've already switched our butter. We kicked out coffee creamer and are doing heavy whipping cream. Just better stuff. Now, my kids are not on this way of eating because that would just be flaming ridiculous. I mean, who's going to put a 7-year-old on this? I'm not. They're 7. They're still growing. They need lots of things like carbs, and they're still in school, so their brains have to function. This is really crooked. I am so sorry. My husband is way better at this than me, and I do my own setups because he's never here, because he works, because he has a job, because he has a life, because he loves me. Okay, moving on. So my kids aren't eating on this particular way of eating, and so we're pretty much buying 2 sets of meals. Again, they only eat 1 meal at home during the week, and we only have to worry about the rest on the weekends. So it's not that much more expensive. It's about an extra $100 a month. And we'll talk about budgets probably next month as we look into our March budget. We will probably take you along with us on that whole fun bag of fun. Yeah. So, I gave up doing my nails, getting my nails done twice a month, every month, to be able to afford the extra expense in food. We don't go out to eat as often. We don't go to the movies like ever. Date night, instead of being once a week, is now once every other week. Things like that to be able to afford doing this. And you guys, weigh-in is also next week, so tune back in for that, because I haven't weighed myself all of February, so I'm really excited. I'm kind of nervous. I took a look at myself in the mirror yesterday. You guys, I definitely didn't take pictures of me because I could not believe what I was seeing. All the loose skin, and you see it's really starting to deflate, like majorly deflate here. So, and I get that everywhere. I'm getting that absolutely everywhere. So I'm really, really excited for that. I will also be doing my measurements on camera for you. I just realized you guys, I need the anti-glare glasses if I'm gonna keep doing this, because like Hello, you can't see my eyeballs. And I even did my makeup to match my shirt today. I got new makeup, so I've been having a lot of fun. Okay, so, what the hell was I saying? Yes, soy. Guilt. It's a work in progress. I'm not just gonna go, okay, I'm not gonna feel guilty anymore. Oh, look, I don't feel guilty anymore. It doesn't work that way. It takes a conscious effort to say, okay, well, I'm starting to feel guilty over this. I have to remind myself that this is not just for me. This is for my family, for my life, for my future, so that I'm alive when my kids graduate high school would be nice. Heck, being alive when they graduate elementary school would be really nice at the rate I was going. So, yes, cutting out guilt. And along with that, this week I'm talking about cutting out embarrassment. I get embarrassed easy. Now, being married to my husband, most of you can watch his channel, which has changed names like 3 times in the last year, so I have no idea what it's called now. I think it's called the Graham TV Show or something like that. I don't know. Used to be called Graham's Garden, so we'll figure it out and link it below. Hopefully. Anyways, those of you that are both of our friends that have watched both channels understand that being embarrassed for my husband's outbursts happen quite often. Mostly, I'm okay with it at home. Like, I'm really used to it. But when he does this kind of thing in the store, or in public, or at a party, or I mean, I guess pretty bad, and I get pretty embarrassed, but that's not the kind of embarrassment we're talking about this week. I am talking about being embarrassed about the way that I look. I am talking about being embarrassed because I have to take up 2 seats on the bus, or ask for help for things because I am huge. Not so much anymore, you guys. Seriously, not so much anymore. So I'm over it. Now, that being embarrassed is different from having anxiety. I have really bad social anxiety, like calling doctors, making certain that things are done, things that require me to talk to people that I don't really know. This takes a lot for me because of my social anxiety, and actually this helps me a lot with my social anxiety. I just pretend you're my husband, or my best friend, or my other best friend, or my other best friend, and yeah, I forget that you're a not very sexy camera, phone, whatever you are. Okay, anyways, off track, getting back on. Yes, being embarrassed is not the same as having social anxiety. I am talking about clothes shopping. I am talking about taking my kids to the amusement park. I am talking about exercising outdoors, which is not something I have done a lot of because I've gotten a lot of backlash from random people. I mean, I had a guy drive by in a big freaking truck as I was walking. My kids were still in a stroller, and he threw a freaking hamburger at my head. Who does that? Screamed profanities at me. Called me fat and ugly. I know. That's why I'm walking. Okay, guys, seriously, don't belittle people who are don't belittle people, period. Okay, that's just so beneath you. But don't belittle people who are trying. Because all it's going to do is make them want to stop trying. And that's exactly what happened in my case. I stopped trying because why go out of my way to try to get healthy if people are just going to call me names anyways? Might as well just stay home and watch Netflix. Just saying. So, that came off as a little pretentious. So, yes, losing the embarrassment. I can't go outside and exercise yet because there's still a half a foot of snow on the ground. I am I'm waiting for camping season, hiking, fishing, being outside with the kids. Oh my gosh, getting a job. My dad retires this summer, so he'll be babysitting for me, and I'll go back to work, and hopefully we'll have a house by then. Hopefully. I just realized how greasy my hair looks. It's not greasy, you guys. I just did a hair mask. It's not greasy, I promise. Okay, so, yes. I talked last week about being embarrassed by the yellow stains from smoking on my teeth. And I tried something called diamond dust. It's an activated charcoal that you brush on your teeth. And there is literally a visible difference in the way my teeth look. And I feel so much better. And I have so much more self-confidence. Now that I don't have to typelet smile all the time. Or try to hide my teeth when I talk. Because then I just sound like a stupid person. So, yes. Is losing the weight going to fix all of my problems, all of my self-esteem problems, all of my embarrassment problems, all of my I look like I'm a hunchback right now problems? No. Actually, losing the weight's not going to fix anything but the medical problems. Everything else is up to me to fix. And so that's what I'm doing this year. I am fixing the way I see myself. I am fixing the way I think people view me. I'm starting to ask people how they view me. I'm fixing my life. And all I have to say about that is it's about damn time. So, yay! I get embarrassed easy. And a lot of that embarrassment goes hand in hand with my social anxiety. But I always have this mental thing where I think people automatically think the worst of me. And I've really got to work on getting over that. And I know I tackle one subject a week so far. But that doesn't mean that I fix it all in 1 week. There's no way to fix it all in 1 week. It takes months and sometimes years. It's just me going through my life 1 week at a time and going, okay, well, what else do I need to do to make myself happy? So it's not like I'm calling people out. It's not like I'm saying you need to do this and you need to do it in a week. I don't know how to fix these problems. I'm just saying these are the problems I see in my life and the things that I wish I could fix. And here's what I'm trying to do to fix them. So like with guilty, I literally just remind myself not to be guilty. Eating is a constant battle and a constant struggle, and the weight loss someday when I'm joking. Sometimes it's I have absolutely because I'm weighed myself so but I have noticed in the way my clothes fit. I have noticed in every other aspect of my life that the weight is dropping off. It is not dropping off as fast as it was the first month. It is not dropping off as consistently, in my opinion, without a scale, as it was the first month. And I have to come to terms with that it's not a magic pill. It's not an overnight thing. I'm not automatically going to be sexy. I never be sexy. Because by the time I get this large amount of weight off my body, I am going to have loose skin. So, am I going to be bikini ready by August? No. By next August? Probably not. So, I have to keep reminding myself that this is not a fast and loose kind of operation. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take forethought and some planning and a lot of research. This has taken a lot of research already. But it's time. It's time that this happens. It's time that I start taking care of myself and That way I can be there for my kids long term. For the rest of their lives. They're never getting rid of me. I don't care how much they beg or how much they tell me they don't like me, because I make them pick up their clothes, feed the dog, whatever, go to school. It was a big fight this morning. Go to school. So, yeah. How do you get rid of embarrassment? How do you tackle being embarrassed by who and what you are? Well, I think you do this by tackling the way you think you are, the way you perceive yourself. And I started by finding the things that I really liked about myself. I am creative. I am fucking hilarious when I'm not under pressure. Generous, kind, loving, caring, outdoorsy. I love to swim. I love nature. I'm socially minded, guys. I care about what's going on in my society and things like that. And recently, really into government, and not as crazy as my husband, but that's the things I like about myself, and I'm going to promote those things. I'm going to build those things up so that they become so big that the things that I don't like about myself become so small and inconsequential that they don't matter anymore. And then I don't have to feel embarrassed by them. I'm a little bit bigger than I want to be. Whoop-de-doo. My heart's like 5 times the size of yours. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to compare myself to other people anymore. It's another thing. I'm not going to compare myself to other people anymore. I'm not going to be an Instagram model. I'm not going to be a beauty blogger. I'm okay with that. I do want to be a writer, though. I do want to publish a book at one point in time in my life. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. The fact that I like outdoor things like hiking and camping and fishing and swimming, I'm going to build on those. I'm going to explore those options more and more. Do more of that. I want to spend a lot more of our summers outside doing things, bike riding. There's a 3-day backpacking trip I want to do on the coast. But we're going to start small because my kids have never backpacked, so we're going to do a 2-1 in the Cascades, hopefully. It's just an overnight one in the Cascades. Hopefully this summer and next year we might be able to do the 3-1, and then we'll just expand it from there and there and there until we can possibly do the, I don't know. There's so many things I want to do. I want to learn how to kayak and canoe. I want to learn how to paddleboard. Once I can pull my body weight out of the water, it would be nice. I really enjoy interior decorating. I enjoy making spaces beautiful. Those are the things that I love. Furniture repurpose. I love repurposing furniture. I need tools and paint, but that's something I can slowly build up to do. I'm going to build the things that I like about myself until they're so large and so awesome that the things that I don't like about myself don't matter anymore. Therefore, they don't embarrass me anymore. So, that's all I got this week, you guys. It's been a tough week. I fell on the ice twice. So both sides of my hips are bruised. I spent most of the day yesterday in bed because, ouch. So, tune back in next week when we do the on-camera weigh-in that I'm really not looking forward to, but we shall do because I'm amazing. Okay? Okay. Until then, you guys, have a fantastic week. Watch your P's and Q's. I have absolutely no idea what that actually means, but okay. And I'll see all you lovely people next week. Toodles.